Hey guys, it is social studies time, so y'all get ready to learn about analyzing resources. And that sounds big and fancy, but we're basically just looking at maps and trying to determine exactly what they're trying to tell us. We're analyzing the things that are on this map. So, let's start by looking at regions. I'm just going to move myself over here. So, a region is an area, it has common features, it has common people, and it has ways of living that set it apart from the other areas. So you see how this map is color-coded? There's like a yellow, a purple, a blue, a green, and an orange. Those are different regions. So to locate Texas within the United States, geographers divide the country into regions. There are many different types of regions, and they can be used on any shared feature from crops grown to language spoken to music played. You can divide regions for any of those reasons. So this shows 5 geographic regions. So I want you to look on here and I want you to tell me which geographic region Texas is located in. So the blue is the Northeast region. The purple is the Midwest region. The green is the Southeast region. The orange is the Southwest region. And the yellow is the West region. So which geographic region is Texas located? If you look right here, there's a legend. It's a little blurry, but you should be able to read it. Okay, pause. If you said Southwest region, you are correct. Texas is located in the Southwest region. All right, so in this, we are going to look at cardinal direction. So if you look at this map, so we know never look, it's pointing north, east, south, west. Those are our cardinal directions. So it's asking us the ocean. So these are oceans, they're labeled. The ocean that borders North America, and that is what this continent is called, and we know that because it says Texas is in North America, and we know Texas right here. This is the United States, so I'm assuming that this is all of North America. So the ocean that borders North America to the east. So here's North America. We know east is this way, and borders means that it touches that side. So if this is the east side, what borders or touches this side of the continent? The Atlantic Ocean, right here. It's asking which ocean. So the Atlantic Ocean isn't just right here. It is all of this, but it isn't all of this because those are labeled. But the Pacific Ocean is all of this, and the Arctic is all of this. So let's try the next one. The ocean that borders North America to the west is so we know west is this way. So on the west side of North America, what ocean borders the west side? The Pacific Ocean. If you said Pacific Ocean, you are correct. What about the country that borders the U.S. to the north? So we've got to find the United States right here. And we want to know what country borders it to the north. So we see right above the United States is Canada. And finally, the country that borders the U.S. to the south. So here's the U.S., and south is down, so we want to know right here on this south border, what country borders it? Well, the only thing touching it right there is Mexico. So that is the country that borders that part. So landforms is the next thing I want to talk to you about when we analyze resources and analyze our maps. Texas has a variety of landforms. It has the Gulf Coast, and those are along the Gulf Coast are barrier islands, and you can see that's what that says right here. So those are barrier islands. If you'll give me a second. Barrier islands are long, narrow islands that lie just off the coast. They protect this mainland right here Where's my mouse? There we go. They protect this mainland from the force of ocean waves. If you move more inland and you find a large area or flat, gently rolling plains, more Texans live on a plain than any other region. Right here, we live on a plain more than any other region. So, inland from the plains is a region of hills known as the Balcones Escarpment. And you see the word escarpment right here. An escarpment is a long, steep slope or a steep hill. So you can see on there, it looks like there's like a plateau and then there's like a drop. That's an escarpment. So a little bit farther inland, which means you're coming into inland, you're coming into the land. So a little bit farther inland is this plateau, and this is Edwards Plateau, and it is a large landform. A plateau is a level area, so it's flat, and it's higher than all of the rest of the land around it. Ooh, one second, guys. Okay, here we go. It's higher than all of the rest of the land around it. So you see the escarpment is like dropping off like this, and here is the plateau. Okay. So now we are ready for this Texas physical map, and you're going to need this map for your assignment today. Don't worry, I'll post it on your assignment too. So each map that I showed you shows special information. A physical map, which is what this is, shows the physical features of a place. It often shows mountainous regions with shadows, so you can see the slopes of the mountain ranges. It also shows major bodies of water. You see the Gulf of Mexico over here, including oceans, lakes, and rivers. So you see a ton of rivers like the Rio Grande, the Pecos, the Colorado. You see a lot of those. So in order to interpret or analyze this physical map, we have to look at its title to know the topic. You will also need to use geographic tools such as your legend, we learned about that, your map scale, and your compass rose. If you notice I'm pointing to those, scale and compass rose. The map legend gives you information about the symbols or the colors. So this is talking about the elevation, which means how high it is. So the further you go up a mountain, the higher your elevation is. This map gives you Texas's physical features. On this map, the lowest elevation, so that means the furthest down the mountain, are green, and the highest, that means the highest up in the air, the highest elevations are brown. Elevation is the height of land above a sea level. So the map scale lets you measure distance in miles. You knew that. We've practiced it before. We practiced it just the other day. And the compass rose gives you north, east, south, and west. So in your assignment today, you're going to use this map, and you're going to suppose that you're taking a trip to Beaumont, from Beaumont to El Paso. So you're going to go, here's El Paso. We're looking for Beaumont. I just saw it all the way over here. So you're going from Beaumont all the way to El Paso. I want you to find the cities on the map like we just did, and then you're going to answer the questions about your trip. So I'm going to ask you about 6 questions in the assignment below, and you're going to answer those 6 questions using this map. You're going to have to know what a legend is, what a map scale is, and what a compass rose is. All right, you guys, it is time for you to start your assignment. You are going to need this map. I will post it down below as well so you can look at it while you do your assignment. I love you. Have fun.